Hi folks and welcome to DevTrends. Today we're gonna talk about new VS Code release number 126 and first release candidate of Babel version 7. So VS Code is the most popular code editor right now and it keeps growing in followers and features. A new monthly update brings long-awaited stuff as well as numerous improvements and bug fixes. And let's see what's new in the update. And for this, let's bootstrap new application with React Boilerplate because it has all the stuff like Lint and nested code structure. So let's clone the repository. Okay, here's it. Copy. Let's clone it here. Let's wait a bit. Okay, it's done. Here's our React boilerplate structure. Okay. So let's open a code here. So it will show us the structure of this repository. And let's open, for example, some file. Let it be index.js. And first major new feature is breadcrumbs. Now there are breadcrumbs at the top of each editor. Here is it, which can be enabled with toggle breadcrumbs from the command palette. It's already toggled for me. And they work both locally for a file and globally for entire project. For example, if we open some file like our server.js, you can see that there is a function scope in breadcrumbs and you can easily switch between sibling elements in the scope of the single file, like that. But as well, you can go up to the root folder of your workspace, so you can switch between files easily, open new files, go to folders, and more, and you can see all the paths from the root of the workspace to the single function. And this is really a handy feature for easy orientation and navigation in your project. And next cool feature of new VS Code is that now you can fix lint and other errors right from the problems panel. For this we should do npm install because React boilerplate includes lint in it, and we need to install the package to make it work properly in the VS Code. Okay, let's switch to index.js and let's wait a bit till it installs. So it's installed now, and let's switch to our index.js and let's, for example, make some error which lint can fix. For example, here let's change const to var, and maybe we should reload our window to make it work properly. Let's wait a bit to see our errors. Okay, where's our linter? Let's try to open errors panel. Okay, here is our lint came in place, and you can see there is like error because you shouldn't use var, where you can use const or let. So here is a light Bible at the top of this line, and you can just click it and you see all the fixes which can be applied here. So let's fix this no-var problem. And you can see var is changed to let because of lint fix. And now let's change let to const because a custom host is not changed in the code below. And here is our automatic fix applied. And you can also fix all the problems from your panel here. Like here, fix, and that's all. So this feature is already working, as you can see, for popular linters like slint or tslint. Also, with new version of VS Code, you can run npm scripts right from the package.json. So let's go to our package.json. There are a lot of scripts in React Boilerplate. Let's do some analyze, for example, script. You can see there is a new pop-up called run script at the top of each line with scripts. You can just press run script here, and you can see integrated terminal opens, and it just runs the script in the terminal, so it's very handy, and you can see all the output right here. So next awesome feature is that you can now open an URI as a folder in VS Code. For that we need to install special extension. It's called Remote Hub. It's already installed for me. And let's, for example, open some repository from GitHub, like, for example, VS Code itself. So let's find this repository. Let's copy the link. Let's go to our iTerm. And there are special flag for code CLI. It's called folder URI. And next you can just write a remote hub protocol, as you do with HTTP or HTTPS. And after it, you just insert our link to GitHub and press enter. So let's wait a bit till it loads, because it loads full remote repository as a workspace. I think it should work soon. So okay, let's just try to restart VS Code. Maybe it helps. Okay, here is it. Let's close all VS Code instances. Let's do it again. So folder URI, remote hub, GitHub, Microsoft VS Code. Yeah, seems legit. So it's like an experimental feature because, as this extension says, remote hub. Oh, there's another thing you should do before doing that. I forgot about it. You should add your GitHub access token to your VS Code configuration, to remote hub configuration in VS Code, and you should add scope for managing the repo. There is a detailed guide how to do it in remote hub readme. So first of all, you add access token, and then you can just like load each repository with this simple command. So sorry, there is some issue with this remote hub thing. It's not working for some reason for me now, but it worked before. But you can see how it works in the VS Code README about version 1.26, and there is a link below in the description. You can check it, so it should work for you. Let's go next. And other features include more fluent rendering when starting the editor, either set up on Windows without requiring administrative permissions, many terminal improvements, and a lot more. And you can check all the changes in the changelog available via the link below. So let's move to Babel now. There has been almost a year now from the first beta of Babel 7, and now developers have pushed release candidate 1. It means that all major features are implemented, API is kind of frozen now, and after 54 betas, Babel 7 is now finally moving to its production release. So let's see what's new in Babel. So first of all, support for older Node.js versions are now dropped. It includes Node 0.10, 0.12, 4th version and 5th version. And recommended Node versions to use with Babel are now 8 and 10. And Another major change, let's make it bigger a bit, is that now early presets such as Babel preset is 2015, 2016 and 2017 and latest are deprecated and will be removed in favor of now default nth present. But probably the most important update is that all Babel packages are now scoped. It means that instead, for example, of such packages Babel plugin transform arrow functions, there is now special @babel/plugin transform arrow functions package. And this is made to prevent confusion and for better distinction between native and community-driven packages. And another feature to make working with Babel dependencies clearer is that now all packages that are not in early releases, for example 2018, 19, etc., will have a special proposal flag in it. And this also means that when a proposal moves to stage 4 to be included in next year's spec, the package itself will be renamed. So 7th release of Babel also includes numerous bugs, fixes and API changes. So we'll have to wait a bit more for the final release along with detailed migration guide. There is still to iterate for Babel 7, but let's hope it's here till the end of the year. That's all for today, folks. All the links are in the description below. Thank you for watching and stay trendy!